Hey girlfriends, if you would like to see how I achieved this wig install with no glue, no spray, and no gel, no adhesive whatsoever at all, then please just keep on watching. I'm Beach, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, I am going to be installing this West Kiss hair today. Now this is my very first time working with West Kiss hair, so I do want to thank them for sponsoring this video. Okay, so I am going to unbox this really quickly on camera so you guys can see it, because I have not opened this package yet. I just took it out of the shipping package, which it came via FedEx. This is the wig that they sent me. And it is a 26-inch curly frontal unit. And they also sent me a card that tells me how to care for the hair. They also sent an elastic band, and this is actually going to come in handy for this video. They also sent a bag. This is so cute, you guys. It says West Kiss, love your hair, kiss your beauty. And I just love this color with this gold lettering. And then they also sent me a pack of 2 wig caps. Now the wig caps that they sent were black. I'm kind of not too fond of that, but at the same time I really don't care because I have plenty of these. But whatever, they do send you wig caps, so shout out to them for that as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this wig, and then we're going to start installing because ain't nobody got time for no long intros, okay? Be sitting here for 45 minutes and people still ain't started the video yet. So this is how the wig looks fresh out of the packaging. Now the lace does look like transparent lace from here. As you guys can see, this is like more of that light lace color, which is more transparent. So I am going to have to tint this lace to get it to match my skin, because as you guys can see, it's kind of off, but that's not a problem. I do that all the time. That's not an issue. And I believe this is 180 density, just in case anybody is wondering. And looking at this, it looks like the top might be layered a little bit. Yeah, it's got some layers going on here, so you don't have to layer it yourself, so that's always a plus as well. So yeah, you guys, let's just go ahead and get this customized and get this little baby on. So here I'm just flipping my wig inside out, and I'm pinning it down to my mannequin to bleach my knots. Now I would not suggest anybody to do this method because it's usually you're more prone to have your bleach seep through, and I'm actually going to have that happen, and I'm going to show you how I fixed that mistake in this video. So yeah, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to put that across the whole entire part of the frontal, and after that processes for 20 minutes, I am going to wash that out, and my developer I'm using is 20 volume. So here's just a quick view of all my mistakes that I made. I am going to go in and correct those, and this is how the wig looks all together. It's very long, it's very beautiful. Again, this is 26 inches. So before I go in and correct my mistakes, I'm going to go ahead and customize this wig, because whatever is going to get plucked out, there's no need to go ahead and correct that. So that is what I'm doing right here. So as you guys can see, as I'm plucking, I'm holding my tweezers horizontal to the ground. So just make sure that you just keep that in mind. And I'm plucking far behind the hairline. The hairline has already got a little bit of kind of customization to it. It's already pre-plucked a little bit, but I just want to go behind that and add a little bit more of a gradient effect, because it does get really thick right behind that plucking that they did, and that is because this is a 180 density wig. And then, as you guys know that have seen my previous video of me customizing the frontal from the beauty supply, I do have a widow's peak, so I am going to pluck my widow's peak out just so that this looks more natural to my hairline. So as you guys can see, my widow's peak is plucked to my liking, and obviously if you don't have widow's peak, or if you don't want to do this, you can completely bypass this step, but I ended up putting this white towel underneath it so you guys can see how this looks. And if you are a beginner, I would highly suggest for you to do this all the way through, because then you can really see what you're doing. And now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start correcting my mistakes. So here I'm just using this Adore hair color in the color Off Black. I'm not using jet black because this hair is a natural brown color. So you can either use like dark brown or off black, but try not to use jet black, okay you guys? So I'm just going to put that on this very small fine tooth comb from my baby hair comb, and I am going to comb that through the hair. Now the good thing about using this Adore is that because it is a semi-permanent color, it does not have to be shampooed out. You can just rinse it out with cool water if you choose to, or you can just leave it on there because you're not using that much. It's really not that big of a deal because it's not going to transfer once it dries. So yeah, that's the way that I'm correcting my mistakes, you guys. So here I'm just cutting some small hairs out in the front to mimic kind of like baby hairs, but this isn't to lay them down. It's just to make the hairline look more natural because it's very rare that your hair just starts growing super long right at the beginning of your hairline. Some of us have really small fine hair, so that's what I'm mimicking for my personal hairline. If your hairline is not like that, then obviously you can bypass this step. I'm just going to go in with my ApHogee foam, and I am going to lay those down so they're not sticking up all over the place. I'm going to put a scarf on to set them, and I am going to go in with my blow dryer and blow dry them dry. Well, obviously, because that's what a blow dryer does, Demetria. To be quite honest, whenever you guys are customizing your wigs, you want to do as much as you possibly can on a mannequin if you have one. All of this stuff, it can be done on a mannequin, even when you're gluing your wig down. If you can lay your baby hairs and everything while the wig is still on a mannequin, just do that. Then you don't have to worry about once you go in to put the glue down and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about putting the foam on top of that and then the wig sliding back and the glue not sticking. So if you can just do this on the mannequin, just do everything you possibly can on the mannequin. Hey girl, hey. So I am going in with my makeup brush. As you guys can see, I have switched wig caps because the other one was too dark for my complexion and this one is too light. So I'm going to go in with my foundation and I'm going to make this my complexion, and then I'm going to get my wig on and kind of, you know, figure it out, how it fits and everything of that nature before I go in and start sewing the elastic bands down. So here I'm just checking it out, making sure that my hairline is exactly how I want, and it is, so we're good to go. I need to add some more makeup to the cap underneath it, but I'll do that later. And also, as you guys can see, I did not do the ball cap method because there's no point whenever this wig is going to be glueless. The whole point is to be able to snatch all this shit off at the end of the day, okay? So here I'm just taking that elastic band that WizKiss was just so kind to include, and I am going to stretch it out and put it from ear to ear where I want it to sit. Now the reason why I'm stretching it is because obviously it needs to have some tension, but we are not going to sew it on this way. You guys will see right here how we're going to sew it on. Okay, you guys, I'm going to try to explain this the best way that I can. That piece that I just cut from ear to ear, I'm folding it in half, and then I'm going to cut off the top part of that half. So not even halfway, I'm going to cut it about 3/4 of the way, and now I'm going to have 3 separate pieces. Okay, so the piece that we cut off the top, we're just going to throw that down. We don't need that piece. Now we should have 2 pieces and they should be the same length, okay? So now I'm just going to take my wig, and wherever my ear tab stops, I am going to sew that piece, just one side. I'm going to sew one piece onto that side of the wig, and I'm going to sew it directly behind the hairline. So enough hair that it can cover up thread, but I am going to sew it directly behind the hairline onto the lace. Now, I don't think anybody parts their hair this deep. If you do, this might not be an option for you. But if you don't, then you're perfectly fine. Go ahead, sew it right directly onto that lace and have it, don't put a hole in your lace or anything crazy like that. But, you know, make sure that it's sewn on pretty tight because, again, you need it to be able to give you some extra tension so it can snatch that side of that lace down, and so you don't have this ear tab flapping up to where you have to glue it down. Okay, now here, you see how I'm pulling this elastic band and stretching it out? Where it falls when I stretch it is where I want to sew it down. Don't just have the band just sitting there with no tension and sew it right there, because then there's not going to be any tension when you put it on your head. You want to stretch it out, and then where it falls, where you stretch it, that's where you want to sew it. So I'm really sorry if I didn't give a good explanation of this, but this is how your wig should look when you're finished. And also those straps in the back that adjust, you want to make sure those are pulled in and hooked a little bit closer together as well, and that's going to give you some additional tension. So when you're sewing those elastic bands on, make sure that it's not a super thick band, like a 2 inch, or really anything over 1 inch may be too big, because you don't want the band to be sitting on your ear. And I honestly like this method better because it's not going around the entire back of your head, which could potentially give you a headache if you wear it for too long. So yeah, now I'm just cutting off my lace, as you guys can see with my razor. So right here I got a little bit of excess lace, so I'm just gonna go in, I'm gonna cut that off. And I know y'all like, girl, when is this look gonna come together? Because this halo around your head is not it. And I agree, so I'm getting ready to show y'all here in a second how I get this lace to melt into my skin without doing anything extra or applying any adhesive or spray or glue whatsoever. Alright, so here we go, y'all. As y'all can see, this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and we are down to the pan. That's how much I use this to melt my lace, especially because I usually wear my lace glueless. Now I'm just going to take some, put that on my brush, and I'm going to begin to put it on top of the lace on my hairline. I'm also going to do some underneath and again on my cap. I love this stuff so much because it's buildable. Just look how this just starts to melt into my skin, y'all. Like, I haven't even put that much product yet, and it's just starting to disappear. So here I'm just lifting up my lace so that y'all can see this is 100% glueless, no spray, no nothing. I don't want y'all to think that I'm lying to y'all, because I would never do y'all like that. I did not use any adhesive whatsoever on this wig install. Again, I really love this ABH palette because it's buildable, it's not super oily, and it doesn't leave a bunch of like residue on my lace. It just melts right in. You don't have to use this, of course. You can use whatever you prefer, but this is just what I use, and I just wanted to give you guys some of my tips and just let you guys know, honestly, this is what I do 99% of my wigs. So here I'm just going to spray it down with some water, and I'm going to brush it out starting from the ends and working my way up. And this is just completely water in this bottle. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some of my Pantene Gold Series hair milk, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to put a small amount of oil at the very end to seal in the moisture, but that's it, you guys. I'm not going to talk through this part because it's pretty much self-explanatory, and I am going to lift my wig up again so y'all can see that I'm not playing games with y'all. But yeah, I love you guys so very much. Thanks for watching. So I did see my cap underneath my lace, and I did go back in with that same ABH palette, and I went in and cleaned that up and darkened that up and made that more of my scalp like complexion. Okay, you guys, so my camera is dying, so I just wanted to hurry up and say that I absolutely positively love this hair. So thanks again to West Kiss for sponsoring this video. You guys, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel, because I be giving y'all all my inside tea. I be letting y'all know how I be wearing these wigs, and y'all need to subscribe, okay, so y'all can see, because I have a lot of new content coming up for you guys, and I love you guys so very much. Thanks for watching.